Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We've been talking Rumble and everything with that, but we definitely just got to take a break, man. Just a moment of silence for the great, legendary Kobe Bryant losing his life in a helicopter crash, along with his 13-year-old daughter. And I tell you, when I heard about the news, it's definitely sad. It's sad news. Definitely made me just think about my kids for a second and say, man, I hope to God that when I leave this earth, I'm in the same position as Kobe Bryant was, man. A guy that's got a whole lot of money. Everybody's gonna be happy, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of tears shed, for me at the funeral and all that. And I'm gonna be in my casket. I'm gonna be saying, man, look how many people love me. But I tell you, the dynamic of the situation changed when I found out his 13-year-old daughter was on board the helicopter with him. I tell you, I cannot even imagine the thoughts. Oh man, I got a little girl. She's 9 years old, and I tell her I love her every day. I hug her every day. I know exactly what would have been going through my mind if something like that would have happened. I would have been holding on to her tight, man. Say, baby, hold on. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Whether we're not, we're together, and we're gonna end up in the same place, no matter what. But I tell you, this is a sad day in America because Kobe Bryant was nothing but good, and we're gonna miss him.
Yeah, I mean, I found out through the TMZ report. My sister texted me. She said, "Hey, is this real?" And I said the first thing I said was, "No, that's not real." Kobe Bryant didn't. He didn't die. And then when you turn on the news and you start seeing the tweets coming in and people confirming the report, it was a rough day for me, Book, because Kobe Bryant, was I was born in the early '90s, so I was at the tail end of Michael. So my first NBA icon and superstar growing up a basketball fan was Kobe Bryant. And I have so many memories of watching Kobe, rooting against Kobe most of the time for my Rockets, rooting against him, but also always being in awe of his excellence. And when it came through that he and his daughter, as well as seven other people, lost their lives,
Yeah,
it was one of those things to where it took me a while to come to grips that it was real. And kind of like you did when I remember when Muhammad Ali passed, you said you just kind of stopped and you shed a tear because of how much he meant to you. I didn't realize how much Kobe
yeah,
Bryant meant to me until this moment. And when I saw, for some reason, when Woj from ESPN tweeted out the news that it was officially confirmed, like I teared up. I mean, tears went down my face because of not just what he did on the basketball court, but the kind of man that he was, and you saw how he treated that daughter. Gigi is what a lot of people was what he called her, and he put everything into her, and she was going to be the next heir apparent to Kobe Bryant, and you'd see him at the games, teaching her game, and I was just watching an interview with him literally 2 days before. Or the day before he passed, like I was watching this interview of him talking about his daughter and all the things that he accomplished on the court, and then winning the Oscar. I think that was either last year or the year before. There's so many things that he did, and to be 41 years old, it was way too soon for him and for anybody who was on that helicopter. And I just wish that it didn't happen. We can say, oh man, why didn't he drive, or why, did he have to fly? There's all those ifs, ands, or buts. But at the end result, we lost, to me, an American icon and a legend of the game. So it was a terribly sad day for me and for everybody.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the world right now is mourning. I mean, you can't cut the TV on, so it almost feel like 9/11.
Yeah,
That's how big the death of Kobe Bryant is. I was just talking about how when 9/11 happened, we were in Houston.
yeah.
How ironic. And then there we're in Houston again when this happened. So it definitely bring me back to that same feeling that I had at 9/11. That something in my gut that said, "Man, you just wish, you just hope, and you just pray that, like you say, that it wasn't true." But that's what I think that's what really makes life like so it makes it seem like it's just so fragile, because one day you could be here and then, like the song say, the next day you're gone.
Yeah.
And to see someone like Kobe leave this earth, it definitely makes you open your eyes, and it should anyway, and say, man, let me get a little bit closer to reality and what this thing is really all about, which is at the end of the day, family. If you ain't touching them and saying, hey, I love you, that ain't about nothing. Being able to squash beef, and I know, and I'm talking because I'm speaking about myself. I got to be, more, open hearted and say, man, life is way too short to be thinking about the small stuff. And Kobe Bryant was at a point in his life to where, man, what's crazy, he was in a point in his life where it seemed like basketball was good, but it seemed like his life now was great.
Yeah.
And I always talk about being able to enjoy the fruits of the labor, putting in all of that hard work, and he did. He put in all of that hard work, and now when he's enjoying it, something like this happened, a tragedy, an accident. Um, just leaves you at a loss for words. And like I said, I'm definitely praying for his family. I'm definitely. I can only. I can't even imagine the thoughts went through the mind of his wife getting a phone call like that, because I got a wife too, man, and
Yeah.
I know if something like that happened to me, and my wife Charmel was to get a phone call like that, what would her state of mind be at? So my heart and my prayers go out to Kobe Bryant's wife and his family. So definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Again, just a horrific tragedy, and for everyone involved. There's another young family aboard, and so to everyone. And I know the other man who passed was it had roots to Houston. He was a U of H alumni, I believe. And like I said, it's a senseless tragedy. And here's the thing: stuff like this happens every day, right? I mean, people get in car accidents or boating accidents, or small prop jets fall to the ground, and stuff like this happens every day. But since we know Kobe Bryant, and we've seen him, like for me, he's been around my entire life. For you got to see his entire 20-year run with the Los Angeles Lakers, and he was always
From when he I
yeah,
mean, literally from when he signed at 18 years old. I
yeah,
remember it, you know what I mean? Like it was yesterday, and watch that kid, go through his whole career, and
yeah.
then retire and still be relevant, so relevant in the game as well as outside of the game, producing the next generation for the game is definitely. We lost a good one, man. We lost a good one in Kobe Bryant. Hopefully something good will come out of this. Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
however it may be, hopefully some good find its way through.
and even if it is like you said, just letting go of some of the pettiness that all of us keep, like certain little things close that we're like, oh man, I don't like this guy because of that, or I'm not talking to so and so because they did this or they said that. Like it really makes it seem all meaningless. Like all the
Yeah,
things that you
Abby,
think about, it's just meaningless.
it really
All
is.
you have is your family.
Yeah, it really is. And what's crazy is and I'm sure he knew it, but since his passing, so many people have come out and poured out their love for Kobe Bryant and express how much they really love Kobe Bryant. Even all the haters
Yeah.
around the world,
Yeah.
now they confess, that they really love Kobe Bryant and what he did. And I'm sure. The thing is, I'm sure he knew it. The great ones always do. And he did a great job in his 41 years on this earth. He,
Yeah,
he really did.
it's weird too. Like for basketball is still a young enough sport to where most of the all-time greats are still around. Bill Russell,
Yeah.
Magic, Shaq, Kareem, Jordan. They're all still around. And for Kobe to
Yeah.
just left the game not too long ago, and be one of the first all-timers to go. I mean, there's been others, but for him to be such a prominent figure, and like I said, for this accident, like it kind of put a face to it. Like we put a face to it, and I think that's why we're realizing how precious life is. Because if the Mamba can go, at a moment's notice, we all can. And it's one of those things where I'm still having trouble processing it. Last night I went to the Royal Rumble. My pocket square was gold and purple, for Kobe. And, he's one of those guys who I didn't realize how much he touched me in my life until he was gone. So, I mean, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. And, you got love from me forever.
Yeah, heck yeah. For me, there again, like I said, I got a little girl, I got a family, and I can only, can only imagine. I can only imagine. I was watching the horrific helicopter crash, and just to, the crash site, and just to see it up close and personal. Like I say, man, I just hope my little girl, I hope my boy Kendrick James know that I love them so much, so much, and that's as much as I could say about that. Hey,